Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, Tom Dog 247, as always, Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Baby, all right. So, yeah, it's Nintendo Day. Or, not Nintendo Day, but Nintendo Month. We're doing another, uh, one of our, ongoing recurring features that we're going to be doing. This year we started doing that back. Um, I know we did one, of course, with the whole excuse me, with the whole you know the Tom Dog Days of Summer. But I wanted to expand that. And last year I tried something and I ran with it and it was good, and it was the Ghostbusters month. And yeah, that was good, and it was so good that I figured we'd do another one. And in honor of both Mario Day coming up next week and the the Switch 2 that's going to be making a huge announcement on everything. I figured it'll be nice to do that oh, excuse me. Oh, man. To prep ourselves for the countdown to Switch 2. And so all this month of March we're going to be counting down, and we're going to be doing predictions. Now, I forgot to do one thing. And I got to do this because this is very, very important. Yeah, that's going to be going up. um so yeah, we're gonna get to that in just we're just gonna we're gonna get to that in just a few moments. But right now, let's do the shout outs and the plugs and everything. Big shout out to the Dorkening Podcast Network. Leo, Drew, Gary, everybody that does that's a part of the Dorkening Podcast Network. You guys are doing amazing, amazing work, and love checking you guys out over on the YouTube channel. And my favorite, of course, is Splash Pages. And definitely check this out. Definitely check that show out because that show is really, really awesome. And especially if you're a comic book fan like I am, you'll learn a thing or two. Um, and that maybe that you didn't know. So yeah, this is amazing. So yeah, check them out. It's awesome, and you'll love it just as much as I do. Also, while you're at it, check out your good friend Carrie and Raz and everybody over at the Owl Light Network. Awesome show and everything like that. Um, Uncle Necro's Tomb of the Terrible um, is definitely my favorite show, and doing some really good reviews on there. I was on there and I helped review um, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and yeah, it was pretty good review. So check it out over at the Owlite Network, and you'll be glad that you did. And big shout out to my good friend Melly Playful over at Melly Playful and Tengu over on their YouTube channel. If you like watching people play video games, then Melly Playful and Tengu are the one for you. Check them out over on their YouTube channel, and you'll have a good time watching them play your favorite games just as much as you'll love watching them play, and just as much as you love playing them, and or whatever. I don't know. I'm still working on it. So yeah, but nonetheless, check them out. They're awesome. And this episode is brought to you by W Energy. What is W Energy? It's not this. Yeah, I managed to pick some up. But it is an energy supplement that has no sugar, no artificial colors, flavors, or dyes, and zero chances of you um, getting hit by a Goomba. And if you don't want to get hit by that Goomba, you want to save the princess and from an evil turtle king, then you definitely want to go to w.gg, use that promo code Brill at the checkout right there that you see on your screen, and save 10% on your purchase. You will be glad you did, and it's wonderful. Wonderful. So, all right. Real quickly. Um, um, Never mind. I I had something, but I completely forgot it, and I should have jotted down, but at my age, I probably should have. But so yeah. Um. So yeah, this is going to be a really fun. This is going to be really fun because like I said, this you know, it's we're counting down for the the Switch 2 that's going to be making a huge Nintendo Direct on April 2nd, which is um, let's see, is on a Wednesday. April 2nd is on a Wednesday, and um, and I've been thinking about this that on Wednesday we're going to do a special Wednesday episode of Channel X. So that on the 3rd, we're not going to do a Channel X episode, but we are going to do a Channel X episode on the 2nd. We're gonna a special Wednesday edition, and we're gonna pretty much wrap up Nintendo month. So yeah, we're going overtime on this one, and so yeah, and it's going to be a really fun. It's going to be a really fun episode. So mark your calendars that April 2nd is going to be the day where I where we will be doing um, Channel X. So yeah, special Wednesday episode. Not often do I do that, but when I do, I mean business. So yeah. Um so yeah, I'm decked out. I'm decked out supporting Mario and everything like that. And even got matching pants. So yeah. And I think I just pulled a hamstring. I think I pulled a quad right there. I don't know. So, like I'm feeling a little bit I'm feeling a little tightness on there. Oh yeah, I did want to mention before thing what you saw at the beginning of the show. Um you saw what you saw at the beginning what you saw at the beginning of the show. Um I've talked about him a few times and everything like that. Um it's Chappie. Uh, this past Monday he little guy passed away. And so yeah, he thought that he wasn't thought that he was doing well, but apparently he um, took a turn for the worse and everything, and was suffering from pneumonia and everything like that. And they did all they could. The animal rescue did all that they could to revive him and everything like that, and it was not good. And so yeah, I was a little bit bummed out on Monday, but what I briefly talked about it on Monday and everything like that. So but I figured I'd save it for this one, and I haven't done it yet, but in honor of Chappie, there is a Pokemon that that is in um Scarlet and Violet, and it's a sea line. It's a seal, and I'm gonna name I'm gonna name that that Pokemon in Chappie's honor. So yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna show it to this week, but because I forgot to do it and everything like that. But I am going to do it for next week's show, and I'll show it off and everything like that. So and but yeah, sad um sad news in the animal world, but still um show your support for for the aquariums and everything like that, especially um shout out to the Mystic Marine Aquarium, um who that were helping trying to get him back in good health and everything like that. And I still want to shout them out and everything like that. And you know, they still accept donations and everything like that. And if you'd like to help, go to mysticaquarium.org for more information. And also, if if you're not in the Connecticut area, by all means, if you have an aquarium in your neck of the woods, I'm pretty sure they do the same thing. And so yeah, really take a good, really really support these places out, because they do wonderful work. And and taking care of animals, such as our good friend Chappie. And so yeah, we're gonna miss you, Chappie. We're gonna miss you. I mean, you you gave us some good um moments and everything for the short time that you were with us, and made us forget about all the bad stuff going on in the world and everything like that, and a lot of drama and negative stuff and everything. And you became a you know a good friend to all of us, not just you know for specific people, but you captured all of our hearts and everything, and it made news all over the place. And yeah, we're gonna love you, Chappie. We're gonna miss you, we're certainly never gonna forget you. And and of course, I did induct you into the Channel X Hall of Fame, and yeah, um, definitely, definitely, well reserved as I inducted you when I talked about you the first time. And, like I said, we're gonna miss you, buddy. Love you, Chappie, and I know you're looking down on us proud that we're still keeping your legacy alive, and we'll never forget you. Okay, onward to the show, and this is for Chappie. This is for Chappie. Because he's a gamer too. He could be a gamer too. Why not? Why not? He's a special little guy. So, what are we gonna do? So I figured on this first night, on this first week of this part one of our um month long series, um this monthly special, this month, no, not monthly special, this special event that we have going on through the month of March, is that I wanted to take this opportunity to go down predictions of, now keep in mind, and this is a warning. Okay, this is not a spoiler, or not, you know these are not confirmed. Okay, during the next few weeks, starting tonight, we're going to be I'm going to be making predictions on various things. Tonight is going to be about the what features would I would like to see. Now, like I said, these are not confirmed. My predictions are not confirmed. They're just, like I said, they're predictions. So I don't want anybody to say that, oh, you're clickbaiting or anything like that, because it's not a clickbait or anything like that. This is just, these aren't, like I said, they're not confirmed facts. These are just, this is basically my list of things I would like to see on this Switch too, because this is a huge deal, and yeah, it it makes for good conversation. Um, Now, the chat room is open. Um, by all means, I would like to know what what you would like to see. Um, what's your prediction of what features you would like to see in the Switch 2? Like I said, these are not confirmed. Anything that I say has not been confirmed by Nintendo and everything like that, and I don't want Nintendo saying, "Oh, you're doing that." So again, like I said, these are not confirmed facts. Okay, this is just me being a you know fan of Nintendo for ever since I was a kid for for pretty much 40 years. Um, pretty much 40. I think yeah, no, not 40. Yeah, 40 years. 40 years. This has been I've been a fan of it ever since my first Nintendo console back in '86, on Christmas. I know the console came out in '85, but for me, I think it came out in '85. You can fact check me on that too. It's like, let's see. Um, yeah, '85. Yeah, came out in '85, and so yeah, came out in '85. I didn't get my hands on the console until 1986. So yeah, it's a big deal, and yeah, I loved it, and playing Duck Hunt and you know world class track meet, you know, and with the power pad and everything like that, and having a good old time and everything, and got some pretty good exercise too because of the power playing world class track meet. So yeah, and so but nonetheless, this was so yeah, this has been a really huge deal in 40 years of Nintendo, 40 years of Nintendo um here in the US. I mean, I know we didn't, it didn't come to the States until 1985, but it was a really big deal back in Japan when it was known as the Famicom. So yeah, this was a really big deal, and of course, being that it was um the console that pretty much got us out of the video game crash in 1983. So yeah, this was a really big deal for us gamers because if it weren't for if it weren't for the for Nintendo, um we we would still be we wouldn't be where it is today, where um the video game industry has become this huge multi-million dollar um juggernaut that it has been. And and Nintendo pretty much paved the way to get it. And I know that Atari, older consoles like Atari and Coleco and others, you know, they were the trendsetters, but at the time, they, they were pretty much, it was a a struggling time, and then the video game crash of '83 happened, and yeah, this was a really huge deal. So this was basically, but then Nintendo came around, and they were just, you know, they made cards and other um interesting stuff. So they were more of a, like a, from what I understand, they were more like a toy maker and everything. And and in Japan, they were a household name even before, in Japan, even before we even heard about them in the States. So yeah, this was a really big deal. And and the Nintendo Entertainment System was a huge gamble because companies never took them seriously and everything like that. And next thing you know, boom, there you go. You got yourself, as soon as you put in that game, Super Mario Brothers, there you go. It was a really big deal, and so yeah, Nintendo became this huge pop culture icon for years, and still kicking. And you know, we all know what happened to Sega, and yeah, you know, and other giants, and other competition as well too, and just couldn't compare it to the fun of Nintendo. And so there's many reasons why, as I was saying, why I wanted to do this month, not in because of because of the anniversary of the US um Nintendo console um being 40 years old this year, and especially Mario um being 40 years old as well too. There's a lot of big deals going, there's a lot of big things going on there. So, it's an amazing feat. And excuse me. And it's a lot of fun. So, so yeah. um uh, so let's talk about the Switch 2. This from what we know about the Switch 2, this they made that announcement, but I would say, I think it was back in January, I believe. I think it was January. January or last month, I forgot which. And I don't want to go back and find out. Too lazy. This we only know what this console is going to look like, as you can see from the screen right there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can get a bit better bird's eye view of what to expect. Um, The dock is going to be rounded on the edges and fitting snug right in to a new dock station, so it's not wobbly when you dock it. The control now the controllers, the Joy Cons are a lot different than are going to be a lot different than what we normally know them. And I'm going to give you a perfect example because I do happen to have it with me here, and so yeah. So this right here is what you would hold that the Joy Cons in if you want to play it in game mode instead of playing in handheld. Um, it's a good creative design and everything like that, and it's really cool. Now this button right here, these buttons right here that you see right there, when you put, of course, when you push it down, you take it out and it goes like that. Now, what's different about this compared to the Switch 2 is that the Switch 2 you don't slide them in like you would with the Joy Cons, with these Joy Cons. What you would They're gonna lock into place, still have this little button, a button like this, but it's going to be on like a trigger method, kind of like these shoulder buttons here and the trigger buttons, and it's going to have it like that, and it's going to be all, and from what I understand, it's going to be magnetic as well too. Also, let me take this back out again. Now, they'll still have the share button. The shoulder buttons are going to be out more, and you're also not going to see the. Hold on, I have to get up for this one. I apologize. I know this part I should have. I should have gotten. There we go. With my fat self. Now this is also going to be different as well too, and this is going to be a pain in the ass. Okay. Oops. I already botched it. Oh, okay, here we go. There we go. It's not going to be like this when you lock it into place. So you'll still be able to play it. You'll still be able to play it like this, but it's going to be a little bit different. So I kind of hate these two because they are really snug. Now another beauty thing about this is that um, this right here is going to stick out more, so that when you put it in the new Joy-Con holder, it'll still show it like that, but it will still stick out. and instead of having everything like that. Also, too, on there's going to be like some sort of sensor underneath as well. And what that's going to do, it's rumored, and a lot of people have been saying, and this part could be true. This could be that you can actually use it as a mouse. I don't know if that's going to be completely accurate, but um, like I said, nothing's been confirmed and everything, but it does kind of look that way because of one of the shots. It was sliding across the table. So maybe there's going to be some sort of mouse-like feature, so that maybe we can probably see Mario Paint show up, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, um, and of course the Joy Cons, they're still going to be known as the Joy Cons, but instead of having the color on the outside like you would see right here, it's going to be on the inside, on underneath the Joy-Con control, and and we'll talk about that part in a minute. They're still going to have their Nintendo design and everything like that with the um with the buttons and the D-pad. So, and of course you're going to have your camera, taking your screenshot button here, and then your home button there. But if you notice on the on the other part right there, what you see underneath that home button, there's another box right there. So I'm not nobody knows what that button is, but um, I have a feeling what that might be, and it's going to be one of my predictions. And I did bring it up when I talked about it on the last time I talked about it. And so yeah. So that's pretty much all the everything that you and oh yeah. And the Switch is also the Switch 2 is also going to have a better kickstand. Um instead of that little piece of plastic that sticks out like a sore thumb. Um so yeah. It's going to be interesting where the memory card is going to be, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a memory card slot, kind of like what we have on the Switch already. So I think it's going to go somewhere that route and everything. So I'm not gonna bring that part up. What I am going to talk about is so like I said in my my last video talking about this, is what that button's going to be. And I said in that video, and I'll repeat it again here, is that that button is going to be I my prediction is that I think that button's going to be a um a stream button. Now, Xbox and the PlayStation, they have a similar button. I'm not going to bore anybody with the I'm just using this as I'm using one of the controllers as an example. For example, the Xbox Series controller. This button right here, if I can, if I know where my camera is, this button right here is a stream button. You push that button twice. You go to you'll be able to stream live on Twitch or um, not StreamYard, but on Streamlabs or whatever. Um, and you can live stream through their media. Um, I think that they're going to do something similar with that button, and I think they're going to jump on the bandwagon that you can finally live stream using that button. Which now on the PlayStation, I don't know about PlayStation 5, but I know on the PlayStation 4 you can stream live on Twitch and on YouTube. I think you'll be able to do the same thing. Maybe on YouTube and maybe on some secondary platform. That'll be nice. I think they're going to be a little bit more lenient, or maybe, and this is going to be my other prediction, is that they're going to come up with their own live stream where you can stream live directly through Nintendo, and you'll be able to stream live only on that app with there, and you'll be able to play stream live on there. And but you would still be able to share it on YouTube if you want. So it's a possibility that they may go that route. It's a possibility. So like I said, nothing's confirmed. So maybe that's what that button's going to be for. Going to be for. Now, if there is going to be that mouse feature that we saw in one of the shots, I think we may see that we'll be able to go on the internet in a better concept. So I think they may bring back the internet. You know, the web browser feature, and they'll be partnered. I'm pretty sure it'll be partnered with Google. So yeah, because you were able to access the internet back in the Wii U days and everything, and that was a pretty cool feature because you had that little tablet controller and you'd be able to go on various websites. So I think they're going to be. I think that will make pretty sense because you can access the you can access the internet on not access it. You can view the web browser on your Xbox or your PlayStation, but the Switch you weren't able to do that without going into some hacking thing. So yeah, it was tricky. It was tricky if you but if you knew how to access the web browser on there, um, then all power to you. But I don't recommend it. So yeah, I think that that's what's going to be there. Um, Now, how about the resolution? Now, with the Nintendo Switch, I believe the highest resolution was 720 or 740. I forgot that resolution. As a matter of fact, 720, 720p. Um, so I'm thinking that, you know, and I think if you're and with the OLED, I think you were able to you know, play at 1080p. I think that this console's finally going to go into the 4K market. I think this console is going to go onto the 4K bandwagon. Um, I think it would make sense because it's it's a new console, and with the amount of specs that with the game feature of a new Mario Kart game that we saw the announcement trailer. Yeah, I think, I think we're gonna see a better resolution on our on the games that are going to be ported over to the Switch 2. This way here they can be exclusive, so you won't be able to play these games um on the Switch. So um yes, they're going to be backwards compatible um with your Switch titles, but there's also going to be some Switch 2 exclusives that you won't be able to play on the Switch 1. So yeah. um that I know that I can say that they're going to go with that route. Um so uh, another thing that I think we made better um is the menu screen. The home screen. Now, on the Switch already, you see this plain, dull border. You see the list, and you just see a list of games, and that's it. That's all you see. I think um, they're gonna I think they're gonna listen to the fans, and they're going to put in what made the Wii and the Wii U um so good. And let's give credit where credit is due. The Wii U was a good console, and I've had a lot of fun with with the Wii U console myself. You can see some of my old videos on what I mean, and it was actually really fun. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. Anywho, I think that we're gonna see a better home screen. We're talking, you know, backgrounds. We're gonna see some really cool backgrounds, kind of like what you would see on the Xbox and the PlayStation. Um, those are really cool. And then when you put in that game, it will show like kind of like what they would do with with the PlayStation and the Xbox, where you highlight that game, and it's right there. I know Xbox doesn't do it, but I know PlayStation does. So I think we're going to see something like somewhere in that instead of just you know either a black or white background, I think we're going to see more. I think we're going to see a lot. some more stuff, um, and make it look a lot, make it stand out a little bit more than just having nothing. Um, Even the menu screen, I think, improved as well too. So I'm combining those two so that it will be easier to access when you um it'll be easier to access when you actually do um go to so it'll be like a little mini computer. Um so yeah, I think they're gonna go that route. So yeah, that's my prediction for that part. Um Nintendo Switch Online. I think that it's going to be a lot better. Um, if they're gonna do the go the 4K route, like I said, I think we're gonna see a lot more from Nintendo Switch Online. I'm talking maybe start seeing some GameCube games on there as well too. Or maybe they will bring back the Virtual Console because that was one of the things that the Virtual Con because they had a Virtual Console section where they had categories from each. I think the eShop is going to be improved in this one. That's my other prediction. That they're going back to what made the Wii and Wii U so unique was the virtual console section. And you'll still have the Nintendo Switch Online where they had, where you could play NES title, NES and SNES and Genesis and all that stuff. I think they're going to add more to that. I think we're going to start seeing GameCube games, Game Gear games. I think we would start seeing maybe even 3DS or DS games as well too. I don't know how they would pull that off, but they can pull it off if they're gonna use that mouse feature. Um, I think that will make a lot of sense. Um, so I think we're gonna see a virtual console system section like they did, and have an option so that if you play that on the Nintendo Switch Online, you'll still be able to access the games that you can play with that subscription service. And I think the Nintendo Switch Online, and this is my other prediction, is that we're going to start and that Nintendo Switch Online is going to be um, a better paywall system than what they have it now, because if you have the plus expansion, you can only do it for a year, which is still the cheapest, still the cheapest. But I think what they should do is make it monthly instead of going the whole year. Make the plus expansion a year, not a year, but monthly, and do the monthly or the 3 month deal and everything like that. I think that will make a lot more sense. Um, but still keep it affordable because that's what a lot of people love is that um, their subscription service, even though some have different opinions on it, it's still the cheapest. It's still the cheapest. I mean, 50 bucks a year for the expansion, uh, online plus expansion. But if they decide to raise the price a little bit, like say maybe 5 bucks, why not include some games to go with that? Some old titles that you were able to play on the Switch. I think that that's what makes um that's where Game Pass was so good. Is Game Pass is really good with that because you got a full library of titles that you can play, um, provided you have their subscription service. Same thing with the PlayStation Plus. And even though I do admit I will agree with that it's confusing as hell because I don't know what the cheapest one is. I mean, I do know, but it's confusing as all hell. And so yeah, it's just a mess. That's why I like Game Pass, the Game Pass Ultimate, because you can go on PC, you can play on PC, you can play on you know or your home console and everything like that, and you can play in the cloud and all that good stuff. I think Nintendo need to jump into that bandwagon and start giving out some old titles. Not that they're doing it already, but I think more titles um, that we haven't been able to see, and I think people would love that. I think people would love to see that. Um, um, so but throwing some newer games like maybe Breath of the Wild, um, being a part of that, I think that would be cool. I think, you know, or some lesser known titles that don't get, or maybe just you know you know I don't know. It'll be confusing, but, as long as you have a you know have access to some of you know their better more current titles. I think that would be a lot better. You know? And but if you are gonna but if you're still gonna go with that virtual console, I think make it how it was with the Wii U, with the Wii and Wii U, because you were able to access a lot of games, um, and it'll be a lot of fun. Plus, also, it'll be nice to see the Dreamcast on there. It'll be nice to see um, in that on that list. Plus, also, it'll be nice to see the Saturn, the 32X. Um, used to have the TurboGrafx 16. Has some TurboGrafx titles on there. I think that would be really cool. Um, maybe even throw in Neo Geo for good luck, Um, provided that you can get the license, and I know it'll be kind of difficult because of the licensing issues and everything like that, but yeah, have a better access to to virtual consoles. I think a lot of fans would love that. Um, one more feature I would like to see in the on the Switch 2. Oh wait, there is two more. There's two more, but one other feature I would like to see is something that hasn't been done for a while, and I know um back in the 3DS era they had the Mii Plaza. That would be good. I think they need to bring back Mii Plaza because that was cool. That was really really cool. Um, if you're not gonna go with that whole route, you know, with how they did with the 3DS, I get it, but make it a lot more fun. Collecting stickers and everything like that. Those were cool. Those were really really cool. And um, also, I'll throw in another bonus one too because I know I'm saving the best for last. Um, the coin system. I know that they're doing away with the with the coins with the gold coins on I think by the end of this month, and it's sad to see that go because it was really cool to grab some coins. But what they should do is make it easier so that we can transfer over to make it virtual currency and so that we can start buying games. That's what made it so cool. That's what made it so cool. Um, in the older versions of these reward system, they need to bring that back so that if you're going to do the coin, do the keep the coin system, but it'll be but able to cash in because I have a lot of platinum coins that's used for crap I don't even need. Why can't we just use those coins and buy physical games, not physical, but digital download games like you did when you had the Switch, no, not the Switch, but the 3DS and um the Wii U. That's what made it so cool because they had titles that were exclusive for that, and and that's what made it so cool is to do it that way. And they need to bring that back. And I know the episode is almost over, but I gotta find, I gotta find I gotta find like a tissue or something like that because I sneezed. My nose is running like a track star. So hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that, folks. But um so where was I? So yeah, that's what made it so cool is that the older days of cashing in those coins was cool because you were able to get some really good games. And that's what made it so cool. So yeah, bring some of that old stuff back and make it make it fun again. Make it really fun again. I think gamers would love that. I think Nintendo fans would love that, especially because you take a look at my Nintendo right now. It's garbage. You get like you could be able to get you know some stuff that you would get at Chuck E. Cheese's. And it's like it's nice and everything, but come on, come on. I remember they used to soundtrack CDs. I used to get I was able to get um the soundtrack to the original Killer Instinct. That's how awesome that was. And some other cool stuff too. And and yeah, they had some really cool stuff to get with that. They need to bring that back. They need to bring that back. So yeah, that is my prediction is that they need to use that the reward system, bring back the original reward system so that you can use the coins that you have and get some really cool stuff. Like some classic games and everything like that. I think that would be worth it. I think so. Um, I think that would be cool. So, yeah. And last but not least, um, the price. Um, a lot of rumors flying around about how much the console is going to be, and believe me, I've heard them, and they're ridiculous. To me personally, I don't think the console is going to be worth. I don't think that what people are asking for is ridiculous. And and what makes the Switch so good is that it was an affordable console that people to make it for everybody. And yeah, if they're gonna go to that 4K route, yeah, it may be a little bit pricey. So I'm thinking that maybe it's going to be like maybe 400, maybe 450 tops, somewhere around that route. Because I know that in the early stages of the original Switch, it was um $400. So yeah, and nowadays you can get it for like $50 cheaper than than what it was back in its early days. So yeah, I think that that's going to be you know something that we can enjoy, that'll be like maybe that we could still see at 400, maybe 450, um around that route. Now, um I'm not going to I'm not trying to turn this political or anything like that because I don't like politics. I really don't. But in light of all the stuff that's going on with with the tariffs and everything like that, um, e- international exports getting to be um, are raising in value. Let's put it that way. And international exports are getting a boost, a a percentage boost, and because Trump is, let's face it, he's acting like an asshole. Um, and I'm, you know, I'm not going to get into that because this isn't the time nor the place to be talking about it. But a lot of people are unhappy about it. I am too. But as far as the gaming community, a lot of these games and consoles are not, and the Switch too, may or may not be affected that much. But I know that the chips are going to be pricey to manufacture to help run these consoles. So it could hurt them a little bit, but not to where a point where they would have to delay the console. If they do, it's understandable. We know why because of the price hikes and everything. So I would get that and understand. So if there's a delay on the console, just remember that it's you know that that international sales or international exports have risen has risen um a, a little bit. It they're now doing like 20 to 25% on all international exports. So yeah, so so like I said, but I know that they have stuff here in the state. They have a facility here in the States, and I know there's a facility in Japan to make these consoles um, off and running. So like I said, it may or may not be an issue, but it could be. So don't be too surprised or upset that if they delayed the console, this is the reason why. So yeah, that's why I say that 450 is going to be a reasonable price. Um, but I would not see this console near the $500 mark. I don't. It's virtually impossible, and a lot of people would be upset if it was that pricey. Plus, also too, make it easier make it easier to switch out your old Switch console for an upgraded Switch 2. Make it easier for the customers that want to upgrade their consoles. I think that this could be a jump start to a new thing that other that Sony and Microsoft can actually look into in the future. That you trade in your thing, kind of like what you would do, kind of like what you would do with your cell phone. Maybe a contracted plan. I don't know. I'm not going that route, but you know what I mean because you have some of these contracted plans. You know, after 2 years, you get a new, you get a newer phone and everything like that, and you get like a certain amount of credit. I think that should happen um with the Switch True. You bring out your old, give them your old Switch and all the specs and everything like that, and then you got you because let's face it, the these right here is not going to be compatible with with the new Switch console, with the new Switch. This, on the other hand, will be compatible. So yeah. So, and I hope they fix the Joy-Con drift. I really hope that they did, because please, and a lot of people would be disappointed that, it's like you got this new console and they still haven't figured out the Joy-Con drift. So, and it's very windy outside. So don't be too surprised if the show cuts off. So, but yeah, this would be perfect right here. So, anywho, that's pretty much my predictions. As I said, like I said, none of these predictions have been confirmed. So, you know, all these predictions I said are not confirmed facts. Okay, so these are just my own personal predictions. If you have any predictions that are better or agreeable as mine, let me know in the comments section. So, because I'm really curious to know what you would have to say. Um, with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. Um, be sure to follow me on Blue Sky at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Comment down below what you would like to see on the Switch 2. What features that you would like to see on the Switch 2? Let me know in the comments down below. Ringy dingy that bell to stay notified on what I'm going to be doing next, and be sure to support small streamers like myself. And be sure to support small streamers like myself by doing the most important thing that you could do for us small streamers like myself, and we will love you forever. We will love you more than a magic mushroom or that 1-up, and that is face hug that subscribe button. We will see you all here again next week. Same Tom Dog time, same Tom Dog channel X. And yeah. Next week, in honor of um Mario's Mario Day. I know we're not going to be on March. It won't be on March 10th because um, March 10th is on this coming Monday. So, and yeah. um. So with that being said, um, we're gonna hold our own little Mario Day, and I'm gonna count down. I'm gonna be coming up with my list of the top of predictions for some Mario themed, some Mario titles that I would love to see on the Switch too. So, um, not to be confused with the whole um, with the new Mario Kart game that we saw in the trailer, um, the announcement trailer. So I'm not including that because we already know that that's going to be a thing. So yeah. Um so yeah, and it's weird that this is moving. I find that totally weird that that's moving. So yeah. But it is kind of funny. Um so with Mario Day coming up, um we're gonna show some love to Mario and come up, and I'm gonna be releasing my predictions of games that stars everyone's favorite plumber. So with that being said, tune in tune into this week. Oh, and by the way, um, tom- tomorrow is going to be um we're going to do tomorrow will be the the uh the original Wrestling Prime, and Saturday there won't be a Wrestling Prime Elite. There will be. We're going to move that to Sunday because of the pay-per-view, and we're going to turn that into a Revolution review. So be on the lookout for that. So that there's no going to be no Wrestling Prime Elite on Saturday. We're going to move that to Sunday, and yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Um, man, there's like a lot of dust in here, so a lot of crust in my eyes there. But anyways, um, but next week Mario titles, Mario titles, that will make sense, for the Switch 2 console. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. And with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week on another episode of Channel X. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace. It fell off. I did that on purpose. I swear to God, I did not do that. It just automatically fell off. So yeah. But anyways, I'll see you next time. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.